Congratulations. You've made it halfway through your week. It is Wednesday. It is time for some FACEIT League. We're getting some EMEA expert action here today. Quick Academy taking on Tanuki Kirin. It is our first look at Tanuki Kirin here on stream. Quick Academy coming in 6-3. Tanuki Kirin right behind him, also 6-3. So you're looking at your 7th and 8th seeds coming into the second game of week 5. We have crossed the halfway mark here in season 4. So we have 8 weeks total of play. So entering into week 5 was officially crossing that halfway mark. Looking at this Tanuki Kirin squad, this is their first season in the league. They dropped two matches to negative mental Medron, but those are not egregious at all. And actually dropping a match to Velto, this is another team that I'm very curious about as well. I think this says more about Velto than it does about Tanuki Kirin. Again, other losses are your 6th place Medron and currently 3rd place Negative Mental, both of which only have 2 losses apiece. Velto only 1 loss. So as far as strength of schedule, I mean, Tanuki Kirin it looks like they're pretty accurately placed here, honestly, which is exceptional for your debut here as a squad. Shooting for top 8 for end of season, I think would be an excellent goal. And right now, Kirin are right on that line. And a win here today would certainly help keep them there, right? Tanuki Kirin are right on the edge. And you start going into that 4-loss territory, then you kind of start falling into the throng of teams. But going to 7-3 put you back up here, and then you're more sticking in that top 8. You're sticking in that upper echelon. Yes, they were Hush Hush. Oh, super secret. Kirin was called Team Hush Hush. Oh, it was actually called Team Hush Hush. I thought you were saying like it was just like we kept it on the down low. I recognize Kolda. I recognize Yukich. Those are the 2 players that stand out to me on this roster. So I remember Kolda's a tank player. I think Yukich is a tank player too, right? Because did Yukich play for 0907? Or was Yukich on... No, Yukich was on T2E. I believe that's right. A quick zoom in here on Quick Academy. Was it Advanced Team in Season 3? What was this team called? Maruskut. And looked to be, the exact same squad. Looks to not have had much changes at all. Perhaps in the subs. Carrying over from Season 3 here for Quick Academy, getting picked up under that quick banner. Have come out swinging. Here, let's go back into their Season 4 results. It's a very similar story when we're looking at losses here from Quick Academy. And as far as their losses are all from top opponents. You're looking at losses to Super Shy, Negative Mental, and Mevetron. And what this tells me is, hey, we've got a banger match ahead of us. Because this reeks of consistency. That's what this tells me is these teams are consistently beating the teams beneath them in the standings. Gambit, thank you, Combat. Yes, yes, that was. I knew I could. Yes, T2E didn't sound right. It was Team Gambit, 100%. Thank you, Combat. Thank you. I feel bad I didn't get that one right. I knew that one. Thank you, Combat. Anyway. This consistency is very important. And, if we're looking back at the Season 3 squad, this is an advanced team. It's good they make the grand finals and they're able to move up. But this is their first foray into Expert Division. So, it's both of these teams' first entry into this division. Both of them have been playing extremely consistent. They're only dropping series to the best teams in the division, and they've been able to consistently beat everybody beneath them. Now we've got, pretty deadlocked teams, both in, where they're sitting in the standings, as well as their strength of schedule, the teams they are able to beat, and the teams that they're not able to conquer. Extremely similar story between both of these squads. Damn, I'm still mad at myself I didn't pull the team game. I knew that. I'm still mad at myself I didn't get that one right. Hey, you know what? We're improving every day. We're improving the stream every single day. We've gotten better every single season. We keep adding more. In my own defense, I do cover 20 teams a week. So forgive me if some details get confused. Okay, 10 matches. Sometimes it's repeat teams. But, you get my point. Hey, I genuinely am looking to continue to improve to make sure that the quality of the streams can continue to grow as well. In all sincerity, I don't want I do have a lot on my plate. I've worked so much, y'all, to try to make this work. I put in so much time on this. And all of those efforts, you know, to make sure I'm getting the VODs up, to have good quality edits, to make good quality thumbnails, and, you know, doing all that stuff. I want to make sure that the quality of the streams is continuing to grow as well. And that includes getting all those details right. All right, your map poll for today: Samoa, Blizzard World, Colosseo, New Junk City, and Route 66. If we need that fifth and final map. We're getting into map 1. It's gonna be Samoa. We got Ramatra and Venture Band out here. They're not wasting a whole lot of time getting into this. Let's see. We got everybody on the right side. We've got Kerfley in because it's control. Quack on the left. You know, go ahead and get y'all in here. Let me get those bands fixed for you in game. That was a Ramatra band out of Kirin. So a Venture band coming in out of Quack.
Five, four, three, two, one. Round one. Capture the objective.
That was right. It was like no map music. This is very strange. We are gonna get the Kerfley JQ. Yukich is gonna match. Of course, it's like now seeing the Yukich Junker Queen, like it just reeks of team gaming. I'm still mad at myself about that one, y'all. I'm still mad at myself about that. The other one, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. We are getting Lucid Curie backlines as well as Surge Digi from both sides. So we are in a perfect mirror here right out of the gate as our teams are right now just dancing around the midpoint. It does look like there's an outside flank attempt there from Kylo Ren, excuse me. Ops just come back in the middle, and the two JQs go face to face once again, swinging axes on each other. Yukich gets the Suzu. Later Suzu from Kefri. Oh, but Kerfley will not survive, and Yukich finds a pair. Good headshot on the way up. First cap going over to Kirin. Crowds with a couple of good exit picks on the way out, and a wonderful first fight. Patience rewarded there from Tanuki Kirin. Once again, we're seeing Kylo Ren play on this outside flank. Drew some attention this direction. Combat's gonna come over to try to help out. 87% towards the first potential Ajax. That's a joke. You can run down up front there with the Kitsune Rush. Is Delta not in a position to respond with that one? Honestly, did not quite. I guess the Delta was back there with the Sojourn. Kratz is getting run down there by X-Ross. A decent stall, honestly, out of the back end. It wasn't a super quick cleanup, so it gets it close to 50% there for Kirin. And they do have all 5 ultimates coming up for this next fight. We'll say just the Kitsune Rush spin game here from Quick Academy there in that previous. Keep an eye on this rush, kick things off. You can just gonna turn the corner. Doesn't land the knife to try to pull Kerfley back. Overclock thrown in from X-Ross as the Kitsune Rush fades on the other side. Looks like we're just gonna get a nice, respectable trade of ultimates here first. Okay, now it's your turn, crowds. You've got the ball. What can you do with this, OC? This has been like... Ow. I don't know what the word, like very polite exchange of ultimates here. Sound barrier does land there from combat. Nikachu has one to follow up that want to go in with the later sound barrier. 50% has been built up through this elongated fight. Sound barrier perfectly timed to help fend off Kylo Ren. And they're just forced over the wall. So Quack Academy. Ooh, good boop for onto Yukich to ensure the rampage doesn't hit everybody, but Kerfley was still affected. Still antied and brought down by the carnage. So an opening here, but Tanuki Kirin do have to wait out this Kitsune Rush. When Boosted is able to utilize that with kill onto the back line, taking out some of the sustain, now finds crowds as well. Yukich low, Boosted finds a third. The point does flip, actually, all of this. So Tanuki Kirin are building percentage as they stall with their Lucio Genji on the back of this fight. Hey, I'm glad the schedule coming in handy, Karama. I'm glad it's coming in handy. Crowd's got that slide in just in the nick of time to not get pulled into danger. Continuing rush can be tossed in. I was trying to go to some Yukich pop there for you. Playing in the only ultimate available for a bit here in the beginning of this fight. Kerf's taking a lot of damage, but does make it around the corner, get topped up. Crowds finds X-Ross, so. Whoop. How about some Crowds pop? Crowds has been pretty good here in this opening sub round. This is the first time I've seen Crowds play. Yukich does fall amidst all that, though. Crowds, as I was touting them, you're not quite able to lock anything down. And it's going to be the Fox Blade here to close out round one.
Score 1-0. Ready for battle.
Harnessing the power of the volcano.
1. Round 2. Capture the objective.
No changes compositionally from either team. Right back into the mirror here. Oh! Well, both JQs just throw everything they've got at each other. It's gonna be that DPS line coming in from Kirin, though, making the big difference as Kylo Ren makes it into the back to find 2 late kills, granting first cap over to Tanuki Kirin here on Volcano. Flank here from coastal side. Delta's able to thwart it off. Curfley and Yukich actually dancing around each other this time, both kind of aiming for the Sojourns back behind their respective tanks. Oh, Kylo Ren comes in on that right-hand side, cleans off the flank, moves in to help out with that battle against the tank, and keeping eyes focused on Curfley here throughout the middle of this fight. Good shot out of Crowds as they slide in for the finish. Elku gets caught on the outside. Second fight win in a row here out of Kirin, 40% on the board. Starting to come up with some ultimates. Kitsune Rush fight here to kick things off next. Mikachu a little bit behind in the sound barrier, but it shouldn't be too much to matter. What I'm really looking at here is this blade out of Kylo Ren. Build this up a little bit faster than boosted on the other side. We're going to see the Kitsune Rush engage here, try to start this off. We're going to get the response out of Elku. Headed right back off the boy. Oh, X-Ross lands the shot. Sound barrier thrown in. Kylo Ren still a little bit away from the blade. Both OCs are available. I mean, they get you throw it in the first one. Combat! I don't think Combat got that sound barrier down. I think that may have been an AJ. If it landed, it certainly wasn't enough to fend off a Quack throughout that fight as they finish 5 strong in that flawless engagement. Oh, no. There you go. It took 1 map. I think. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. I could have just not seen it. It wouldn't be the first time. I just didn't see the beat hit 1 person. The shield just got immediately deleted. Nice ambush out of Kylo right up top, though. There was a boop attempt there out of Nikachu. That got shot down. Curfley's going to throw in a rampage here as well. You get just very low. I don't know if Delta missed with the Suzu. The Suzu had been just used, prompting the rampage. Nice little 1-2-1 to combat. And despite losing players early, Quack are able to roar back from that one. That's Yukich. Oh! Yukich gets Elku with the tick damage. He's also got Carfly Purple. Boosted in a 5v3. Seeing if this katana could even the odds. They're able to get one good shot onto combat. Nextros finds the dome after that. But that's all they're going to get in that one. Kirin's going to bring this map back. This is going to be a broken fight at best here. There were some late kills on that. Carfly cannot wait for the respawns. Has to make a move on to this point. He's just going to be running into a 1v4. Doesn't get the touch. The Kitsune rushes late. We're headed to a round 3. We're going to the beach to see who gets the coconuts here on map 1.
Score 1-1. Ready for battle.
Pigeon cam overrated. Coconut cam activated.
We're in this together. All of us.
I thought that knife landed. Wait, that knife actually may have landed. Oh, the hell that knife out of Carfly. Boosted's low. Still trying to pursue this kill in the back line. Has Delta about half. But deflect and dash already used. Gets the headshot. Oh, the swift step out from Delta. Carfly is right there with the carnage for the cleanup. Boosted comes back in, converges, triangulates, take down crowds. And Quicken Academy did their math on this one.
No one can stop me.
A nice edge, or should I say Wakasashi's edge of a fight there for Quack, but they do grab first control here in this round 3. Dasher in the back looking to Elku, but Elku, Suzu's just at the perfect moment. There is no damage from the triple shuriken dash combo. And this leads to a 5v4. The dominoes falling right back the other direction. 2 fight wins in a row out of Quack. You guys thought about swapping or swapped for a fight? I didn't quite see that. Sorry I missed that. Moving on to the point. Elku responds with a Kitsune rush. Not giving this up for free. Kirin are going to throw one down perpendicular from their own stairwell. And Crowds finds a kill on to Echo through all of that. Yukich is going to chase Boosted off of this point and opens up some space for Crowds to get work done. Delta with a nice pair of kills. That is going to be the flip. Put my life savings on Kirin. If we lose this, I'm homeless. I mean, to be fair, Narwhal, like the Kirin squad is fairly new. It's fairly new. Ooh, Boosted. 8 health. The Suzu, the dash out. Oh my goodness. Carefully there with the body block as well. A team effort to get Boosted back into safety. Now everybody ducking for cover as Crowds drops the OC from across the way. Moment to breathe here, moment to regroup, decide how Quack want to re-engage onto this point. Beat Blade available for both sides. And you look at this Rampage, currently available for Kerfly. Yukich just about to get theirs online into the back. The knife doesn't quite land. Looked like there was a boop that came in, threw him off track. Kylo Ren's gonna pop their own blade there. Boosted has responded, and the Rampage is out from Yukich. Yukich hit 3 with that and is able to pick up a kill onto Kerfly. Nikachu goes down. And then Quack Academy falling one by one. Kirin put together back-to-back fight wins. This one's going to get close. This one's going to get real close. Ultimate advantage firmly in the pocket of Quack. And you can see the OC from the bridge to start things off. This is forced. Ooh, Yukich, I love the hidey hole response here. Everybody else went towards coast, and Yukich tried to rotate back towards this side, kind of create an off angle. Quack now a little bit stuck in the pit, and they emerge out with the shout, get the axe and the shot down, and take crowds out of the fight. Carefully is given chase, and it looks like Kirin have kind of been scattered to the winds with 92% on the board from Quack. That fight might have just been the deal breaker. There's gonna be a touch at the very end. Nope, never mind. Combat goes down from the late rampage. We get no coconuts. Robbed of we're robbed of coconuts. I'm sorry, Quack. Hey, you still get a point on the board, though. I guess that's what really matters. Get you some stats there from map 1. What's standing out? I mean, it's just even. So darn even. Elku with fewest deaths. You know, able to stay alive a little bit longer than anybody else in the lobby. But, I mean, wow, that was really close. We could be in for another long haul here today, friends. Oh, I hope so. That was good. A good battle with the JQs. Good battle with the JQs. We're headed to Blizzard World here for map number 2. That was an Eichenwald ban out from Quack as we head into this Tanuki Kirin map pick. The Venture ban looks to be repeated here from Quick Academy, indeed, with Kirin banning out Brig. There we go. Got a little bit different look here from Yukich and Tanuki Kirin. Now headed into the defense. They're going to pull out their mantra comp. Sticking with that same Lucio Kirin backline and crowd sticking with the Sojourn. But we do get the mantra change out of Yukich and then Kylo Ren off the Genji heading into that Torb here for this defense. Machu in, as we are on a hybrid map. As I mentioned before, Machu tends to come in for hybrid escort. Pulling out the winning. Win 10 Overwatch in full effect. X-Ross opening shot. Didn't get it. Screenshot. I hit the wrong button. Ooh, ball form activated. Just immediate roll into the back. Just kind of make this backline uncomfortable. You see, Kylo Ren's main job is keeping that flank clear right now. Yukich wants to clear off this high ground. Yukich is like walking into a 1v4 up here. And has got a lot of low health bars on the other side. Quack finally converge in. Yukich makes it back around the corner. Actually opts to not drop. Had the opportunity to completely drop down and disengage. Just finally take it as Machu returns up top and Yukich eventually muscled out just by the raw numbers. That goes right back in. I mean, just fearlessly right back up to this top high ground. Pops the Nemesis. Gets booped in away from that stairwell, though. Then will not make it back out. Good boop out of Nikachu to force Yukich away from their escape option. And that's the risk of that aggressive play out of the defense's tank, out of Kirin. Machu and boosted, now able to move in. Machu's picked up 2. Why Creative? Hello, hello, welcome. So the high risk play from Yukich pays off initially, but tried to go back for seconds, and well, belly was already full. That was a cool little move, a little switchback maneuver there out of Machu. I've been playing a lot of ball lately. to keep an eye on the aggressive Yukage up front. YOLO Yukage? YOLO Yukage. Nikachu with an opening pick here to start things off with the attacking squad. Combat still a little bit away from that sound barrier, but Nikachu and company are taking their time moving in. They don't want to just run face first right into Yukage's pummels. Give me a Kitsune rush there to try to overwhelm the Ramatra. Molten Core being tossed in from Kylo Ren from this high ground. And we're going to get Yukage responding with an annihilation, trying to hold strong here at the front line. Crowd's able to get that pick, so Yukage's faith in their team has been justified. Rewarded, if you would. But another good boop out of Nikachu almost put them in a bad spot. Still, Yukage is able to punch down Ross through all of that. Mine's out from Machu. They're on the front line. See pile drive land onto Yukage. And the sound barrier from combat is a touch late to save their tank. This could be the beginning of the end here of this defense.
This ends now.
Tanuki Kirin gonna pop this overclock. Nikachu decides to go ahead and throw in the sound barrier, and X-Ross just battles it out in the neutral against the OC. Well, I say in the neutral. I mean, it had a sound barrier, but did not opt to use their own ultimate. Boosted battling for the high ground here at the moment. That's going to Kitsune rush throw down low. Watch that OC coming out from X-Ross, though. Right down those paved blue roads. Oh, never mind. Combat was the one that we really needed to be watching. Combat is the sniper on the other side. Nobody expected. Does look like Quack have managed to find some good high ground position. As I say that, Yukage and Combat move up to take it right back. And they're able to just slowly force Quack off of this high ground spot. Now Yukage up here just throwing down damage. You see has the extra damage from the Void Accelerator there. Get that extra little bit of poke. Got boosted down to half. Heals are good from up top though. That's the blade out of boosting. Combat goes down. Molten Core Annihilation on this point with about a meter and a half low left to go before the cap. Kitsune rush thrown in down low. Boost is going to dash in from over the top. There's the pile drive in. Zalku finds a kill onto Kylo Ren. And just with those two kills should be enough. And those are some low health bars. Boosted, finished off by a pesky turret. Machu is low and the Fuda just can't come in fast enough. Combat is going to get that kill. And Elku tried to muscle through Quack. Combat throws in a sound barrier just to ensure Elku will not pull out an upset at the very end. Nikachu wasn't quite able to catch up there in that sound barrier race. Ended up going down about halfway through that fight, so does not have anything to respond with. We're going to get a reset and a swap out of Machu going into the Manga. Low rotation. Oh, go through, sweep up to the high ground. I like the vision, but unfortunately, Machu took a lot of damage. Sound barrier lands as well as the Suzu, though, and the Manga is still running, still charging through, hoping to find some picks as X-Ross has come up with a pair. Speaking of, and that's good enough for Quack to get this point. Finally, get that meter and a half they needed. Boosted had swapped off of the Genji going into Torb as well there prior to that last fight. With the swap over to the Maga, Delta comes off of the Kiriko and into an Ana. You can see trying to use those anti-nades to stop the healing from the Cardiac Overdrive. Oh! As we cut to Machu just in time to see Combat put them in the hole. Everybody at go-to dies. What's going on here? Okay, with the Kitsune, Machu with the overrun in. Overclock thrown in from crowds, though, right up the gut. Machu does eat one of those purples out of Delta as well. Trying to get out. Extra slides away, but cannot escape the shots from crowds, and Yukich found a pair with the annihilation in this small room. Also, gotta admit, the galactic staff on the New York skin looks really good. Okay, Nekachu's gone over to a Juno. This is interesting. A little extra speed for the Malga. Now, do they have enough protection for the back line? I mean, do you need it? I'm not sure that Yukich Company are really going to be looking for the back line. I think it's just sustain here up front. Bionade lands onto X-Ross. Yukich trying to muscle through. Gets Nikachu with the Ravenous Vortex. What a toss on that. Molten Core over the point, though, and that is out of the attackers. Quack is able to find two, Boosted in particular, coming up with those picks. Kylo Ren's still hanging on to this point as we get the intense music of overtime start to come in. Bouncing Nade will find a pair, but it's just Elku here to touch, and they can't get past the lava. Kirin will stop the cart early there in point C. Hey, don't give up hope yet, Narwhal. Don't give up hope yet. Good stop here. Certainly a chance to tie up this series. And those Preds, they're not map-based. It's for the whole series. Gives time for a comeback. Nikachu taking the scenic route. Coming out on a Zen. So we're looking at a Zen on a back line. It's a pretty fragile back line to run a Wrecking Ball with, right? I feel like if you're running a Winston, you've got a little bit more opportunity to kind of peel and help out with that. A Wrecking Ball, I feel like, isn't quite as good at peeling and protecting what is looking a fairly fragile back line. We'll see how it goes. Machu doing a little bit of Chandelier cosplay. Oh, wow. What an ambush out of Boosted. That was sick. Holy cow. That was sick. I was watching the setup, but I wasn't watching the payoff. My bad, y'all. Oh, Kylo Ren ends up in a double team. You know, I mean, that kind of peel, Wrecking Ball is exceptional at. And you do have X-Ross back here with the other two supports. Keep them nice and protected if need be. Keep an eye on Boosted. You definitely earned yourself a little screen time after that two-piece. Drop down here into this stairwell. Just marking this left side flank from the defender's point of view. Hack onto Machu, but Bionade lands onto Kylo Ren, and X-Rox gets the shot in. Coach going to try to prevent the Diva. I mean, just buys them space to get that extra shot down. And that was all that this defense needed, all X-Ross and Elku needed to get the D-Mech in onto Yukich. Hey, don't count your chickens before they hatch and perish. Haven't won yet. Pile drive in the back from Machu, but Krauts has managed to get this high ground position. There's the hack. Krauts just point blank, pouring bullets in. Ooh. Spidey senses able to sidestep the pulse bomb there at the end. Machu does eventually go down. Oh, nice little fireball out of Nikachu there. And your fish food. Bob tossed in. We're going to get a recontest. Bob has been hacked up, though. Won't get much done other than a split-second stall. Boosted in this backline. Elko has thrown the nano boost down on Machu. Kitsune Rush invested from Tanuki Kirin. Manual hack lands right in the middle of pack, too. Beautiful timing on that hack, where they just landed in a very bad spot. Oh, and you even get the transcendence out of Nikachu. I mean, that is all dubs there for Tanuki Kirin. Through that fight, you get out more ults than you probably even hoped to, and you're able to win it out without spending much of your own, holding on to EMP here for point B. Very nicely done. And again, I mean, it's not just the Sombra pick, but the positioning where Kylo Ren was stationed, and then the manual hack, with the timing on that hack was impeccable. Dropping Machu right in the middle of the team. Machu making a swap has had enough of playing ball into Sombra. Gotta keep an eye out for this EMP, though. Trying to track Kylo Ren. Is this defensive Quack doing the same? Moving up to the high ground. Quack are holding on the back double pictures. That's going to be a an overclock here from Crowds. Leaping up top. Great stick out of boosted, though. There's the EMP over the top. Kylo Ren immediately goes down. Did not have the help needed as the EMP comes late in the fight. And it gave plenty of time for Quack to kind of fend off against it, prep for it. And they do so beautifully. Coming out 5 strong, avoiding both DPS ults on the other side. Kylo Ren makes a swap over into the Torbjorn, and Crowds finds an opening pick onto Exros. Elku very close to this nano boost, though. Does land that sleep. The bio nade gets eaten. Machu goes down. Elku doesn't get the nano out in time. And has to just fall back off of that high ground as Crowds moves in to take over. Find a lot of space here. You got Ukij up top as well, starting to push into point C. And that's going to be the cap. The nano boost comes out. Did the nano boost go out? I think the nano boost got interrupted. I think it was intended to go for either X-Ross or boosted, and the player died. So the nano was spin, but it did not save the player. The Primal Rage not enough to fend off a cap either. And once again, for 2 points in a row, Tanuki Kirin get the best of both worlds. They force Quack to spin, and they still win the fight while holding on to their own ultimates. Swaps coming in from Machu. Nikachu boosted, gone over to Tracer, back over into the Torbjorn. Nikachu into that Lucio. Combat already with a sound barrier ready to go. Has AJ'd one already today. Means this one to land to finish off this map, tie up the series. You catch a bit low here early. Still plenty of time to work with. No reason to rush it. Sound barrier only hits 3 people. Could be enough, though, as Combat moves into 5. Machu. Crowds is low. Jumping back to avoid the Bob and the Molten Core. Actually, Molten Core is from Kylo Ren. You're not avoiding the Molten Core. Try to use this Molten Core. Police unit, thank you for the raid. I really appreciate you. Got in here on this final fight, or potential final fight, last stand for Quick Academy here on map 2, and they're gonna win it out. Stop this cart. About 125 centimeters shy of a tied series here between Tanuki Kirin and Quick Academy. Welcome, Raiders. Welcome, definitely. This is FACEIT League Season 4, Expert Division. We're in map 2 of a best of 5 here. And you can see the box of victory. Oh, so close for Tanuki Kirin. That was an Ant Matrix expended early. Here from Quack. Self-destruct under the back from Ukij. Crowds is going to pop it overclock. Oh, Crowds finds Elku after the Immortality Field had been used to fend off the bomb. Kylo Ren comes up with an additional pick onto X-Ross, and with the Kitsune rush in, this is looking like a 1-1 score line. Tanuki Kirin cap it out. We're all tied up. go. Some stats there from map 2. Good clap back there from Tanuki Kirin. Yukich pulling out the Ramatra. Doing something a little different. We saw pure Junker Queen Mirror there on map 1. Ah, excuse me. Still getting over some congestion here. Apologies. Where we saw, you know, a pure Junker Queen Mirror there at map 1. And Kerfly able to take that one. Yukich pulls out something a little bit different here in the Ramatra. And able to put up that big hole. Get the dub there on Blizzard World. We get ready to head into map number 3. It's going to be Colosseo here from map 3. There's no ban on push in Expert. Once again, the Venture ban persistent through this. So that is a quack ban on the Venture, as they just ban the Venture throughout the entire series. Tanuki Kirin bearing out the Maga. Getting those bans plugged in for you, so they're all ready, good to go. When we're ready to head in map. Let's check in on what's going on around the lake. Really, check in on Super Shot. Good guys. Super Shot 2-0 map 1, 2-0 map 2. So your undefeated team showing no signs of slowing as they look to close it out on Esperanza currently. Oh, this song is obnoxious. We're just waiting on a player to get in here. Bear with me a second. See what else we got ongoing. Negative Mental up 2-0 over Moths. Meme John up 1-0 over Pytel. Potofu and Velto currently tied, locked in at 1 apiece. And we are ready to head into map 3 of our tied series. 1-1 here between Quick Academy and Tanuki Kirin. Thank you, copyright free music, but it's time to head into some Colosseo. Carefully back in here as we head into push. Looks like Yukich just going to stick with that Ramatra. Enjoyed how well that worked there for them on Blizzard World. But everything else, they're heading back into what we saw in map 1. So we're getting the Lucio Kiri, also getting the Sojourn Genji. Out of both teams, as a matter of fact. Yeah, unfortunately, I guess they did their homework. I'm guessing Kylo Ren is a venture specialist. Is that what I'm hearing here in Perished? Why we're seeing the permanent venture ban on the day? Beautiful knife there out of Kerfly. Kerfly's in a bit of trouble here though. Does have the shout, and here comes Nikachu in for a little bit of backup. Finds a kill on the Delta, but Yukich does eventually finish off the tank. Combat finds Nikachu on the way out. So a very drawn out first fight, a very bloody first fight. It looks like we're at a 3v1 currently as crowds has made their way back into the engagement. Ah, there's the knife, the carnage. Very angry Kerfly pointing all of their cooldowns right in the face of Yukich. The axe doesn't land, but there's more than enough damage to finish off the Ramatra. Unfortunately, all the other kills have gone in Kirin's favor. Kerfly does get the revenge, and even a little bit of a parting gift there onto Delta. Yeah, keep going for me. You win. You can even acknowledge it. Yeah, that was felt personal. That one felt personal.
Escorting the robot.
Delta has rush. Elku still 20% away from that Kitsune. We're gonna toss it in immediately, and Yukich is gonna run down with some very speedy pummels, forcing all of Quack back up the stairs. This has built up the Annihilation as well. And Yukich is gonna take up position right there, but we get the Kitsune Rush coming out from over the top. A lot of damage pointed in Yukich's direction. Shout, use, Rampage available. Carnage Axe does a ton of damage to Delta. The Rampage pointed back towards the bot finds Yukich, accentuated by the blade from Boosted, picking up a 3K, and Quack take control. Crowd's sliding down off the high ground. Eventually hunts down X-Ross, but puts themselves very deep to make that happen. The rest of Quack have disengaged and try to deal with this Annihilation. Carnage hits 2. Yukich was down to about 50 health there for a moment, but just can't quite find the finish. Combat now layering in the sound barrier. Nikachu's going to do the same. X-Ross trying to slide their way back into this fight. There's really nothing else here for Quack to throw at this. They do wait out the Annihilation, and they're able to fend off the blade. Nikachu getting that final blow with 10 health remaining, trying to make it back to the Mega, succeeds in doing so, despite the Ravenous Vortex coming in. Down the middle, Kerfley's just carving through like a Thanksgiving turkey. Apologies, that was a very American metaphor, sorry. I guess it was a simile, to be accurate. Similes used like or as. Elku a bit ahead in this Kitsune rush, but tough ass to try to take away this high ground position. A very important fight here for Quack. They're still down in meterage by about 15. You can see that yellow light of victory with Yukich caught out on the stairs. I'm guessing a knife or a boot put them in a little bit out of position. You can tell they were, I think, a bit further away from that cover than they would have liked. And that's enough for the Quack lead. Is it enough for the checkpoint? Yes. Yes, it is. There's the drop down here from Yukich. Kitsune rush layered on top of each other. A May swap? We got a May swap? Kerfley at 4 health will not get enough back from that Rampage. I did not anticipate the May swap. I mean, I dig it. I dig it. You saw the May wall come up there. I think it might have blocked the Kitsune rush, at least a little bit of it. Yes, I am saying Quack. As in Quick Academy. It's just easier than saying Quick Academy. And it sounds fun. They're Quack. Hey, you can blame Trash Panda for that one. All right, I have approval. I have approval from their SMM that Quack is good. Unofficially. Unofficially. The May swap coming in handy here. It's just Tanuki Kirin able to kind of hunker down on the cart. Really double down on the Yukich pick on the Ramatra, so it's just daring anybody to come close. Combat gets picked early. That is not good. Canoeing really need this checkpoint, and it's going to be an Annihilation to try to get it. Blizzard on the point. Nikachu's Sound Barrier is not enough to fend it off, so 3 ults invested in, including both DPS ults and that Annihilation. But checkpoint achieved here, and that should be the lead. Yeah, that's going to be the lead picked up here from Tanuki Kirin. Rotation? Nope. They go past the cubby, all the way back to the arches. Oh, it's stuck, all right? What can I say? It really stuck. Kitsune rush. This is likely just force Kirin back more. Oh, but you could a dangerous moment. They're holding their breath as they got caught in a corner from a boot from Nikachu. Able to back up enough and get into safety. Now the Kitsune rush and the counter punch comes out. Crowd lands the shot. Nikachu is down. Sound barrier to work with from combat does get it down despite the blade in from boosted. That dulls the katana significantly. The rampage stopped by the Maywall. Brilliant Maywall there out of Kylo Ren. They can't save combat through that, but they can at least get the dub. That may have been another AJ. I didn't see this. Wait, no, the sound barrier landed. The sound barrier landed because it dulled Boosted's blade. Never mind. It was after the never mind. That one was good from combat. That one was good. I always get worried when I see a Lucio die at 0%, right? Always get worried. But no, that one was good. Great wall out of Kylo Ren once again. Kerfley, I can't believe Kerfley gets out of that one in one piece. I'm not blaming Trash Panda. I was saying I had unofficial approval on it, all right? That's all I was saying. I was just saying I have unofficial approval on it. It's not blame. The Trash Panda Landa is responsible for a lot of things. Honestly, it's so true. So true. All right, talk about the backbone behind, like, all your favorite Ghost streamers. Oh, he's Trash Panda. Boosted forced into the May after the Stingy Blade just not getting anything. Like, all right, everybody's got to commit to this close quarter battle. Kerfley is sticking it out, though, on the Junker Queen, fighting Delta in the back. Shout in on the combat. There you go. That'll be the finish. Bot picked up here from Quack with less than a minute to go. They are down by 15 meters, but they already have the checkpoint. It will be automatic progress. Oh, no, they didn't have the checkpoint. Oh, that's a big mistake on my part. Because that is a huge wait. That buys enough time. Defense is going to set up the Blizzard use to try to counter this Kitsune rush. It's a drop down on the back end, but Elku keeps it covered. Good protection from Boosted as well on that back flank. And everybody getting involved here for Quack to pick up the lead in the final 15 seconds. Blizzard and Annihilation versus Sound Barrier and Rampage. Quack able to just leave the bot disengaged. Kerfley does not make it out. Let's see if Kirin can leverage that. I think it's going to take 2 more fight wins. No tank currently on the battlefield here for Quack. Wall forced to be used defensively just to protect some extra poke damage and help the rotation. Kerfley is going to make it back for a battle here on this corner. Overclock thrown in from Extros. Rampage is going to hit 2. Combat does not get that one down. That one did not land. And this bot is stopped. Tanuki will not get it done here today. Quack take map 3 in the 2-1 lead. I say today. I mean on this map.
This ends now. Headshot. 2 down. Cleaning house. Railgun charged.
Ah! Sorry, late. We're late. I was late on my transition. I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All right, let's take a look at some stats. Show me some stats from map 3. Very close. I mean, just downright super close. All right, this is a Tanuki Kirin map pick heading into New Junk City. No ban on Flashpoint since there's only 2 maps to choose from. Same bans. Same bans. So we are getting a side swap here. Can Tanuki Kirin force our 6th map 5 since Friday? Oh, Kerfley doesn't make the rotation. Gets caught early in this fight in the ring around the rosy. Definitely gonna favor Tanuki Kirin here early. Oh, my kingdom for a functional mouse wheel. The day, the map, the round, the hour, the minute. You get the idea. You get the idea. That's my Quacku-atomy? Quack-atomy? Quack-atomy? Quack-atomy. 54% counting here for Tanuki Kirin right out of the gate. Once again, a little bit of a dance on our Junker Queens. Kylo Ren there with a big dash through. Goes down to the point to make sure that, you don't give over any free cap on the other side. Combat's brought down out of the sky, though. And you got a low usage here as well. Heading back up top, Kylo Ren is intercepted by X-Ross. Seems to be just in the perfect place. Perfect time. Very low, boosted on the point. Has Blizzard, is able to cryo freeze, throws the Blizzard in. Doesn't look like they're going to survive, and Delta comes flying across with the Suzu to make sure there's no casualties through that. The flip goes back over to Kirin. In control at 85%. Looking to punish Kerfley here. Prevent any recap. Just make sure that Quack isn't even thinking about pushing back in for another one. We head to the Hammer Mill Hill for round 2. Excuse me, that was the Hammer Mill. We head to the junkyard. Woo, that was a rampage hit out of Yukich, hitting 3. That was pretty enormous. Kylo Ren fights boosted with that beautiful headshot volley as Yukich runs back to get some of those benefits of that rampage, of that Kitsune. An extremely late rampage out of Kerfley. I mean, there was nobody left on that. I don't know if Kerfley just didn't recognize how many players they had lost, or genuinely thought they had something that they could turn in that fight. That was so late. Overclock out of X-Rocks here, though, trying to find some redemption. Blade is in from Kylo Ren. Nah, you're not getting nothing. Nikachu hits all 5 with that sound barrier. X-Ross finds some opening here with the high ground. Sight lines down to the opposite side. Good shot, lands on to combat. Combat brought down. Quack can control the point. But not before Kirin get 51%. Pretty heavy investments from both sides. Quackademy. Quackad. It's like a double quack. Quackademy. Oh, Rev. It's good to be missed. I'll get y'all back on here soon. I'll get my pair back on. You got it. You got it. Always open to requests. It's... Well, here, I'll get back to that. Consider a rush here from Elcro in a 3v5 to try to turn this around. You know, I mean, you gotta say, Quick Academy are not afraid to invest in fights. You know, even when they are down, they are not afraid to invest in fights. I'm always happy for requests. And again, it puts a smile on my face that y'all enjoy being on stream, that it matters to y'all, that it has value to y'all. So that really does make me smile. I'm happy to get GG Vipera back on here again soon. Consider a rush rampage here for Kirin to try to close out this point. Boosted low will not get use of that blade in this fight. Delta's also low as well. Backs up onto the objectives, drops the Kitsune. Rampage in from Kerfley. Manages to hit Yukage, but they die in the process. And once again, we're seeing a Kerfley Rampage fall a little flat here. 2-0 on the board from Kirin, one step away from a map 5. Boosted with a nice dash through to help control this high ground. Yukage and the rest of Kirin kind of got caught their rotation. Yeah, now they're moving back up, and everybody's going to try to take this high ground. But a good read there initially out of Quack, and they're able to get the defender's advantage here in the docks. Oh, that's a couple of good headshots. Trying to catch Boost, and will get him with that Rampage on the way out. Kerfley is also purple. Given overclock from this high ground, combat sound barrier hitting all 5 players, bolstering crowds. Take the duel, win the duel against the OC. Kirin win the duel for the point of grab control. Hey, what's up, Sour? Blade out for Boosted. Nikachu hits all 5. Boosted cuts through Kylo Red. Has got Yukage low on this point. Delta finds the equalizer. 4v4. Yukage cannot get topped up, though. With the tank down, this is a likely flip coming through. Boosted trying to secure the back of this fight. Had crowds low. Okay, Kerfley comes through with the finish. And there's the flip. Quack. Not going out that easy here on Ducks. I mean, it would be kind of a shame if Quack lost the Ducks, you know? Like, that just... All right, that was a free dad joke for you. Freebie! It's go time, says Crowds. Ooh, with the crossfire coming through from Main Street. We also had a Delta Kitsune rush from the high ground. This looking like it just could be the map. I think we got another map 5 in the cards here. Now, I mean, this ticks up so fast. I don't know if we're going to get a touch here or not. This is going to be a race. This is 0.6 seconds per percentage. So much, much faster than like Control. Okay, we do get a touch onto this point. X-Rock's actually finding combat early here. Managed moving from down low. Gets another one. Okay. X-Ross will force the self-Suzu out of Delta in this 5v3. Boosted picking up a kill. Oh, and despite being what looked like a pretty desperate situation here to even get a touch, Quack make it into a solid fight, and they do, in fact, take the Ducks. Defender's advantage here for Tanuki Kirin with a Rampage here to help solidify it. That was an overclock toss in from X-Ross here in the very beginning. Shout used disengage there from Yukich. Able to turn the corner. Ooh, takes a lot of damage. Carefully gets hit by the Rampage, but stops it, blocks it from getting into anybody else. Comet's going to drop the sound barrier in to try to save Kylo Ren in the very back of this fight. I think it's too little too late. First cap goes to Quack here on Bomb Flats. Hey, you know what? Looks like Kirin not afraid to invest late in fights either. Combat throwing in a two-player sound barrier there at the very end. Started wondering, maybe a little bit of pressure, here for this Kirin squad. That one felt like it was, maybe a little forced. We'll see if they can stay calm and cool and collected. As they try to force this map 5 now with a massive sound barrier and blade advantage on the other side. Fandel, thank you for the follow. Consider Rush started from Delta here to kick things off. Boosted and Nikachu staying patient here with their opening combo. Boosted's going to go ahead and pull out the katana. No, gets a couple of slashes in, but not enough to find any damage. Nikachu never threw in the blade. Tanuki Kirin now in control. They do stay cool like a summer lake. Kylo Ren holding on to their own blade through that and have tools to help defend against this now. Circle back to crowds. My first time seeing crowds here today. It has been outstanding. It has an overclock to work with. And an aggressive position. Get back behind Quack as they move on to this point. But you have to watch out for Carefully. Comes back for the peels. Able to pick that one up. Nikachu's going to go in and throw in the blade. We got a Kitsune Rush invested from Elku early in this fight as well. All the fend off Kylo Ren. Managed to do so, costing a bow support ult, and now X-Ross tossing in a DPS roll to boot. One last sub-map. Determine if we go map 5 or we finish this here. Come out of the sound barrier advantage. Crowds take, finds Elku, finds Carefully. Rampage from Cage, the perfect opener. Carefully was still just a couple percentage away from theirs. And a precious first fight in Tanuki's favor. Combat has lost 2 sound barriers today so far. This one's an important one. Oh no! As we get a pause. Most unfortunate. Okay. No DC. Maybe just had a little lag spike or something for somebody. So the Kitsune Rush over the point. Ooh, but Yukich got pushed out into that corner there, either by Nikachu or maybe a pull from Carefully. But if that little micro play out of Quack is enough to net him that opening pick onto the tank and grab them possession here of the refinery. Combat does hold onto that sound barrier. I'm guessing specifically for Carefully's Rampage. Kitsune Rush Blade available here from Quack. Ooh, Boost taking a lot of damage early. Forced to drop back down. Keep an eye on crowds from this outside. Shout uses the overclock is popped. Kitsune Rush tossed in here from Quack and X-Rocks. Actually going to find combat. Yukich drops as well. And so with Carefully holding on to the Rampage, Combat still holds on to the sound barrier. The mental games between those two continue. 73% on the board for Quack. Close this out. Percentage going up oh so quick. No pun intended. A lot of ultimates available for Quack. They just need to win this one last fight to take the series. Here comes Yukej in, 78% towards a Rampage. Blade is out. Pikachu lands the sound barrier in. Combat only got a couple, but there's the Rampage from Kerfley. Hit 3. Kylo Ren's gonna pull out the katana to see if they can keep Kirin in this. Krauts is already down. Tanuki fighting from behind. Barely makes it back on point to keep it going. And Yukej just managed to get Pikachu with the Rampage. There's still hope for Kirin yet as they land the Carnage Axe. You got a low Goku on the outside and a low Extros, but neither wants to die. Yukej has to jump off the point. Barely comes back in for the touch. Kylo Ren is down. That is gonna be that. Kerfley stands tall. Quick Academy hang on and deny of map 5 here today. GG's in the chat. Quick Academy able to punch up. Move up to 7-3 on the season. Whoops, sorry. I hit the wrong button. My brain just, I was so excited, my brain just got out of order. I hit the scene swap when I was like intending to go put the score on the board. I just got too excited. It was still gonna match. Yeah, you got it, Sour. Kolda, where were you before? Where did I recognize you playing before? Where did I cast? What team did I cast you on? It's been bugging me. It's been bugging me all day. Oh, good series. Good series. All right, let's go take a look at some stats here. God, it was close. And again, I mean, my first look at Crowds, and Crowds was very impressive all day long. Leading the DPS players there in elims. The X-Ross on the other side outdid them in damage. 13.6 leading the DPS players as far as that's concerned. You can, I mean, honestly, got the better end of the Junker Queen trade. Am I wrong? Look at this. Fewer deaths. Fewest deaths. I mean, how even is that? 8 deaths down the board. I mean, Tanuki Kirin, y'all are locked in. Even in defeat, y'all are a hive mind. But Yukej 38 and 8, most elims, fewest deaths, most damage in the lobby there on the Junker Queen. I mean, we saw Pikachu dropping the Queen diff in chat there after that map 4. The stats are telling a little bit of a different story, my friend. The stats are telling a little different story. I mean, Quack won it out. I mean, props to your squad. You got it done. And I'm all about, support your tank, pop up your tank. But I don't know if that was quite the case. Yeah, quite the comeback on that map. No doubt, Bully. Quite the comeback on that map. Quite the comeback 2 maps in a row, right? Quack were down fairly significantly on both on both Colosseo and there on New Junk City. They were down both maps and are able to claw their way back. Yeah, no, this Quack squad's got something special. This Quack squad has definitely got something special in them. Super Shy do close out that 3-0 over Good Guys. Again, I think we'll see Good Guys more at full strength come postseason. I'm expecting us to only be able to ban 1 hero per series come postseason. Let's take a look at our standings here after... You were on Pytel. That's what I thought, Kolda. That's what I thought. That's what I said at the top of the series. Like, I was thinking Pytel, but I wasn't confident in it. That's what I thought. Okay, I just gotta trust my instincts. I gotta trust my instincts. Yeah, I mean, can't argue that, Pirate Patch. You can't argue the mental fortitude, the titanium there from Quick Academy. And it'll serve them well. This moves them up into 5th, 7th after a win here today at 7-3. Let's do a refresh. It's doing the doubling down thing. If you ever see that in the standings where it's like it's listing a team twice, typically if you refresh, it'll fix it. Oh, that's really kind of you to say, Bully. I appreciate that so very much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. I got hard diff on this. You got hard on this map? Wait a minute. Whoa, phrasing. Corpless phrasing. Phrasing. Good guys dropping two series in a row. So good guys were 7-1 here to start week 5. Had not dropped a series since their very opening match. And here dropped 2 series in a row, go from 2nd place to 6th place after week 5. Super Shy maintained their perfect record, still sitting 2-0. Velto continued to impress at 9-1. The team with no logo that is yet to be on stream is 9-1 team. We gotta get Velto on. I gotta see what this Velto squad's about. We gotta get Velto on. EMEA sitting at 8-2 here after week 5. Meadron still has a series to play. They haven't played their 10th match yet. You can see they're sitting here still with 9. Tanuki, Kirin, you're still in 8th place. You're still in top 8. Even after a loss here today, Kirin is still top 8. Vipera nipping at their heels. And here we got Vipera taking on Negative Mental next Wednesday. We'll be looking to get that one on stream. That should be a good match. A quick check. I don't think we actually have schedules. Okay, we do have schedules. Okay, I was trying to remember if we had schedules for next week. So Orion taking on Moss. We had a question in chat of what happened to Orion. I don't know if you mean today or just in general. Like, did they drop out? Or, I mean, did they just have a rough run? They do only have 8 matches played. Although that could just be reschedules. It looks like that's just reschedules. Let's see, were these forfeits or anything? No, I mean, they're playing. They're doing the thing. Orion are doing the thing. You know, just ran into a couple of difficult matches here. You know, unfortunately, they just ran into a couple of difficult matches. It looks like they didn't play this week. Like, I don't know, maybe they had people out of town or something. But it looks like Orion just didn't play this week. I mean, they jumped from February 28th to this Friday. So, I'm guessing they just had people out of town or something. Taking a look at Kirin's upcoming schedule. So, you know, you drop this one today. You lose your 2nd in a row. You know, not ideal. But you have Lucky Cat and Spherical Nuts coming up. 2 teams that are a little bit further down in the standings. Definitely a chance for Kirin to put up a couple wins, bounce back after this week of losses. Quick Academy coming up next. You're gonna have Arion and Moths next week. So a little bit tougher schedule than we're gonna see from Kirin, but definitely winnable here from Quack. You know, we're putting up wins against teams like Vipera and NMA. I definitely think Orion and Moss are, you know, I would definitely give the edge to Quack in those matches. I think that's all I've got for you for now. Let's see. Any other matches from today that we want to take a look at before we get out of here? First, let's check, see if there's any still ongoing. Nope, all of today's matches have completed. Velto takes the 3-1 over Potofu, maintaining that, pushing them into that 2nd place slot, as we saw. Meadron does get their 3-1 over Pytel. Alternate Pytel, by the way. 3-0 from NMA on to Moss. And Power Clappers coming up with their dub over Smooth Pistols. 2 teams I also want to get on here. We want to make sure we get Power Clappers and Smooth Pistols on at least once before the season's in. But there you go. There you go. Oh, Super Shy play Velto on Monday? Oh, boom. All right, done. Lunar sold. Absolutely sold. Absolutely sold. Yeah, Arion just rescheduled. Yeah. There you go. It looks like we've got next week's matches already lined up for you. Super Shy playing Velto on Monday. Negative Mental playing Vipera on Wednesday. Sounds like a great week already lined up. What do you know? What do you know? Hey, speaking of that, let's take a look at what we have lined up for the rest of this week. We've got FF Heatwave taking on BCU Spark a little bit later on today, as we have had Gauntlet Week there in NA Expert. All of our NA Expert matches have been between top 5 teams here this week, or at least they entered the week at top 5. Tomorrow, we're going to get the debut of TA here on stream as they take on #1 seed Quick Esports, the parent team, obviously, of Quack here. So be looking forward to see all you Quick fans right back here tomorrow for that one. We'll have Dilducks taking on Alternate for your NA Thursday Master matchup. We're going to round out the week with Arius and Incendia here on Friday. That one should be good. And I've got Collegiate. I'll be casting for NECC on Friday night. So I will not have a FACEIT League match for you Friday night. But that's all for now. Thank you so much for hanging out. Yeah, I'm going to go get this one up. I'll have this VOD up on YouTube in a few hours. I'm fully caught up. So we're getting these VODs are getting on YouTube within hours of the match. So keep an eye out for that. Follow the socials if you haven't already, please. It really does mean a lot. It really does help a lot. But thank you so much for being here. That means the most. Just hanging out. Love seeing all you friendly people in chat. It means the world. It means the world. Let's keep supporting T2, T3 Overwatch. Be awesome humans. Stay kind to each other. I'll see you a little bit later on for some Bye, friends.